So I was going through my wardrobe the other day and a strange realization hit me. I didn't pay full retail for 80% of my wardrobe. And that got me thinking, how the fuck did I manage to do that? So in today's video, I will tell you my buying strategy so that you can save money and be fashionable. Now, before we get started, I know sales can be very enticing for you to overbuy and overconsume. What a sale does is that it gives you another reason to buy that piece of clothing that you didn't need in the first place. Let's say, for example, you walk into a store and there's a jacket for 70% off that you're kind of iffy about. Like, you don't like the way it fits around your shoulder and you wish it would come in a different color. But at the time, you're so fixated on that 70% off price tag and you decided to buy anyway because, well, a steal is a steal. Fast forward to a few weeks later, you wouldn't wear that piece because you've fallen out of love for it. And if you don't love it, why wear it? You didn't know you needed that jacket 10 seconds ago. And if you think about it, if you didn't need that jacket 10 seconds ago, I think you don't need to own it anyway, if that makes sense. So to avoid overconsumption and overbuying, what I usually do is to think of an item that I would want to buy first and then go online or in stores to check if that piece is on sale. I do this because I want to be intentional with what I buy and reduce buying pieces that I don't really need. Don't ever let the sale price tag entice you to buy something that you don't like. A good rule of thumb pointed out by Tim DeSant is that if you wouldn't pay full retail for that piece, then you shouldn't buy that piece on sale. Be intentional about what you're gonna buy and don't ever let that sale price tag entice you to overbuy. Ask yourself this, do you love that piece? Or do you just love the price tag? However, if there's a piece that you really love and it just so happens to be on sale, then go ahead and get it. And once you have that piece of clothing that you want to buy, here are some more tips to save you some money. Tip number 1 is to buy off season, and it's important to note that fashion is constantly changing trends and brands typically release new collection in spring, summer, or fall and winter. So during that transitional period between the two seasons, there is usually a huge sale happening on the previous season. Most of the time, winter clothing is marked off heavily during the spring and summertime, and vice versa. So what I do is to plan ahead a little bit and buy winter pieces during the spring and summertime and buy my spring summer pieces during the winter time. Now, I know that this can be frustrating if you're trying to keep up with the latest fashion trends and all that. If you just want to up your game into fashion without going bankrupt, then this is the way to go. My advice is to buy simple pieces that can work well with all the other pieces that you have in your wardrobe. Like this overcoat I got for sale for $30 in Uniqlo. It's from the Uniqlo U collection from 2022. And I was looking for a brown overcoat at the time, so when I saw these on sale, I just had to get them. Even though they're from the previous season, I feel like overcoats are really timeless and it works really well with the other pieces in my wardrobe. Tip number 2 is to use price tracking apps. Now, there is a lot of apps right now that can do this. My go-to is Karma, which is not a sponsor of this video, unfortunately, but I use it quite often when I do my shopping. What Karma basically does is that it lets you track the price of a certain item and will email you when that item is back in stock or goes on sale. And you can also choose to let it notify you if that item is over a certain percentage of discount. For example, you can set this app to notify you only when that item is 50% off or more, which is super handy. There's another app that I use called Honey, and that will basically search the internet for coupons and will automatically apply those coupons during checkout, saving you quite a lot of money. Tip number 3 is to realize that fashion goes on sale all the time, so you don't need to feel that you're missing out on it. I have numerous occasions where the sale makes it feel like there's only 3 pieces left or something, and I really have to buy it now or I'll just miss out forever. But over time, I've realized that sales happen all the time. On top of clearance sales, brand would literally find any chance they would get to do a sale. Like Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Black Friday, St. Patrick's Day, Dog Day, Cat Day, and many more. And don't worry too much when your sale item is out of stock too, since a lot of the time, people will buy it and return that item. This happened to me a lot, so over time I just kind of learned to realize that it's not the end of the world if something's on sale is out of stock. Remember, if you love that item, you'll pay full retail for it anyway. The sale is just there to sweeten the deal a little bit. Now, tip number 4 is deeply rooted in my Asian roots, and that is to simply ask the person in the front desk if there's any chance for a discount. Growing up shopping with my mom and seeing how expertly she can hackle her way into an 80% discount, I kind of took some inspiration from her when I do my shopping. Now, I'm not saying that you have to hackle your price every time you go shopping, and I do realize that this might give you a bad look when asking for a discount. But if you ask nicely, no one would bat an eye. What I usually say is like, hey, is there a way to sign up to your store membership or a newsletter? Almost all of the time, this will get you somewhere between 10 and 20% off. If you're shopping online, chances are if you create a new account with them or sign up to their newsletter, it will give you somewhere between 10 and 20% off coupon at checkout too. And tip number 5 is to always check out multi-brand retailers like Essence, Farfetch, My Theresa, Mr. Porter, so on and so forth. Your favorite piece of clothing might not be on sale in the official store, but chances are it might be on the multi-brand retailer. These retailers have huge clearance sales at the end of each season, so my advice is to expand your field of search to other retailers that carries them. And out of all the multi-brand retailers, I like Essence the most since their prices are often cheaper than other retailers and their sale items are more interesting to me personally. The only gripe that I have against Essence is that their shipping is ridiculously expensive. Like $17 just to ship from Canada to the US? Like bro, I literally live 3 hours away from your warehouse. But with that aside, their shipping is very fast and their returns are easy too, so I can't really complain. I got this Fear of God Essential sweatshirt that I got from Essence, and I got it for 50% off, while I don't think Fear of God main website does any sort of sale whatsoever. The next tip is not a full tip, but kind of similar to the previous tip, and that is to check out outlets. Outlets like Banana Republic outlet, Coach outlet, Gap outlet usually sell their clothing brand new for at least a 30% mark off. So yeah, that's 5.5 tip to help you never pay full retail for clothes again. I really do hope those tips can help you save some money while also getting the pieces that you absolutely love without breaking the bank. And if this video helped you in any sort of way, please consider liking it, subscribing if you want to see more fashion content in the future. Peace.